I didn't quite wake up one morning and thought, my gosh, I want to work at NASA. I knew about NASA all along. I thought NASA only studied space. I didn't realize that NASA actually had a large focus on our planet. So it wasn't something that was within my scope to work at NASA, but I always wanted to have a profession that had something to do with better understanding our environment, nature, and using technology to do that. And NASA turned out the place to be. Actually, they didn't quite know that I wanted to be a scientist. Neither did I. First of all, a little bit about my background. I grew up in Panama City, and my father was an adventurer. He loved to every weekend be out exploring. And my parents had a small island in Gatun Lake, and we would go there every weekend. So basically, my weekends were all about being outdoors. I loved nature, and they knew that about me. They knew that I wanted to pursue something related to nature. I think maybe one of the inklings that may have gotten that I wanted to be a scientist was a trip to Barro Colorado Island as a tourist. And I remember being so fascinated hearing what scientists there were doing. I must have been maybe 11, 12 years old. And on the way back on the boat ride, there was a scientist in the boat, and one of the scientists that was doing research in the island. And I was just so eager to talk to him, to learn about what he was doing, that I didn't really know how to approach him. So I made up a story. I told him I needed to do a project at school about research going on at Smithsonian Barro Colorado Islands. And so I asked him if I could interview him right there and then on the spot about what he was doing. And so that was my way to approach him. But I was just absolutely fascinated by what he was doing and what he told me others were doing. So I think after that conversation, I thought, I think this is probably something that I totally see myself doing. Just being a scientist, learning about nature, studying nature. I think one of the best things that a parent can do is just let their kids explore what they like, right? Let them be curious. And parents know what their aptitudes might be. So develop those, get them involved and be part of that process. I think that helps tremendously in how a child develops and what their interests are. Really, the motivation that's coming from the parents, allowing that child to develop and pursue their interests. I would tell them there's a career in STEM for you, and now more than any time. I mean, the study of our planet, the study of science, technology towards protecting our planet. I mean, all of those themes are so important, even more important now than ever. And there are more and more opportunities in STEM, and there will be more in the future too. So I would say if that's what interests you, pursue it and go find opportunities. It's easier now than it was 20 years ago. You go online and you look at what sort of scholarship programs or what sort of programs there are for you to get involved from an early age. So just go ahead and pursue your interests.